What happens when the person you desire the most in the world becomes the monster trying to kill you? Hey everyone, Alistair here. Today we're talking about Leviticus, the breakthrough Australian horror film that caused an absolute bidding war at Sundance earlier this year. It was quickly snapped up by Neon in the US. In Australia, it's been released through Maslow Entertainment, and it hits our cinemas June 18th. And honestly, it's one of the must-see films of 2026. Now, if you're a fan of elevated Aussie horror that actually has something to say, think The Babadook or Talk to Me, you really need to put this on your radar immediately. Let's dive in. Written, directed by Adrian Chiarella in his feature debut, Leviticus follows 17-year-old Naim, played brilliantly by Joe Bird. He lives in a drab, highly religious, industrial town. Naim's life gets a spark of light when he strikes up a connection and shares a kiss with his schoolmate Ryan, played by Stacey Clausen in an abandoned mill. But when their budding romance is discovered by their suffocating community, including their seemingly caring parents, played here by Mia Wasikowska and Ewan Leslie, a deliverance preacher is summoned to basically perform conversion therapy on the boys. Now, instead of curing them, this ritual unleashes a violent supernatural entity. And here is where the genius of this script really shines. The monster takes the physical form of the person they desire most. So literally, they're being hunted by each other. Chiarella completely reclaims the horror genre for the queer community here. The film swaps out cheap jump scares for this suffocating atmospheric dread. It really takes the excitement and anxiety of young queer love and turns it into a literal parallel horror. Now, I actually had the chance to sit down and interview Adrian last week, which you can listen to via outtakes on Joy. And we talked a lot about the themes of internalized shame and reclaiming horror and Aussie's, really horror hits that are happening at the moment. Now, on a personal note, the way this film portrays the terrifying scrutiny of religious adults on young people really, really, really hit home for me. I remember being a teenager and my parents, suspecting I was gay simply because I love the Spice Girls and Mariah Carey. Obviously, I can laugh about it now. But back then, that kind of, intense parental scrutiny is genuinely terrifying. And Leviticus does capture that exact grounded terror before blending it really seamlessly with the supernatural. Now, this is a really heavy, deeply character-driven horror story. It packs a massive emotional punch, and it's anchored by two incredible lead performances here. Leviticus is a breathtaking, eerie ode to queer survival. Set in the horror outback, there is a scene with a snake and a frog which has to be seen to be believed. I'm giving it 4.5 out of 5 stars. Do not miss this when it drops in cinemas this Thursday, June 18.